All right, welcome in everybody. It is the Friday edition of Daily Bread coming at you live just a little bit after 2 p.m. on the East Coast. The perfect time to be tapping in for your Friday action that we got it starting just in 40 minutes. And then we got the MLB to carry us through the night slate with one MLS match, all powered by the Wise Guys Diamond Club. Be sure to be tapping in with them for the summer special at the most discounted rate it's been before the NFL packages are live come Monday. So be sure to be getting in with them right away. You don't want to miss out. We're live on Twitter. We appreciate everybody who's tapping in with us there. We can't feature your comments still, so hop over to YouTube if you want to be cutting it up with the top of the top in the YouTube game. It is the Friday episode, so it usually gets off the rails and a little wild in the chat at some point. So let's see how we can make it with Henry and Chad and the rest of the fellas with Barry too. But Sosa, how you doing on this Friday?
Oh man, wonderful! Another great week. We're gonna continue to go up. I'm very excited for the weekend. Obviously, got a full slate in Major League Baseball. We got some soccer as well. And cheers to the weekend because the weekend's going to have all the action in the world, literally. Yeah, and just one weekend closer to football, well, American football. So yeah, just excited, man. Other than that,
What episode number is it today?
291.
Oh, he's got it because we're coming up on number 300.
Yes, sir. Locked in as always. But yeah, just like I said, extremely excited for the weekend, and hopefully we can continue to make the people money. That's the ultimate goal every day, and what we strive to do, for free for the people every single day.
Yes, sir. And in the chat, drop your best bets. Any questions you got on the slate? It's a huge one today, so we probably can't get into every game, but we'll help you maneuver, navigate to find that value. But anything else from last night that you want to get into, just because it was a mid-baseball day all around. The Phils won without even batting in the fifth inning. So that little gimme dub was real nice because Thor, not a solid outing for him to start it off.
Yeah, well, that was to be expected. He's been middle of the pack. That's just a situation where you're hoping that a change of scenery actually benefits the guy. You know what I mean? He's failing miserably in one place. Hopefully, a change of scenery and a team that can score a few more runs, gives him a little different level of motivation. So, I did have one major takeaway from last night, and I was having this discussion last night. The catcher for the Boston Red Sox, Plawecki, absolutely horrendous. Terrible. Gave up 4 stolen bases last night. And I mean, they were no doubters, not close.
Well, that's where Christian Vasquez just got moved. So you got the backup coming in there. Don't got the arm behind the plate. So that's a good one to be monitoring along with the stolen bases on Thor. But Sosa, Barry said it. He had the Raiders last night. How much of the game did you watch? With the rain delay on top of it.
I actually watched some of it because I was in a space and it just happened to be on, man. Football really is king. There's no way around it,
I told you what would happen once this comes when Jake Luton and fucking Jarrett Stidham. So you had Oregon State versus Auburn in the Outback Bowl or some shit like that on the field last night. And boy, oh boy, 13-0. That's where I got to right after that touchdown. I kind of flipped it off.
Some real crazy hits. I mean, helmet to helmets that were out of fucking control, just craziness. So yeah, just got to see a bunch of XFL guys play last night. That's really what went down last night. And again, at the end of the day, the game is the game.
I think a decent amount of our chat wagered on it. We don't wager on preseason games or summer league games.
Yeah, no, we don't do that here, man. That's just not recommended. Because
last thing before we get into our best bets for the day, we don't have a play in the Cubs game. That's early, so don't worry about it. There's nothing to rush to. We'll go through the MLB slate, then the Premier League match, and then the solo MLS match as well. But make sure to be checking out Extra Dough with JD on our page. He dropped the Big 12 preview, win totals, futures, all you need to know about that conference before it basically collapses.
Yes, sir.
Damn. Yep, Jer, you won. I'll have to give you I'll give you the credit. I'll give you the hat nod on that one as well.
Yep. Well,
The Mookie Betts, very questionable celebration, but we're not going to get into that because
not the word. That shit was. Never mind. Never mind. I forgot.
that was the one day where Sosa loaded up the wrong tab he had stored for later. If you know, you know.
That's fucking hilarious.
All right, MLB plays. Give us that like, retweet, follow, sub wherever you are. Like we said, if you're on YouTube, the link's right up on the, or if you're on Twitter, the link for YouTube's right up the top for you to be chatted in. It's tough to shout everyone else there. But Sosa, where are you starting with today?
For me, I'm going a bit contrarian. I think people think that Fridays are going to yield a lot of runs for some reason. I see a lot of people thinking overs today. First game I'm into here is the Braves-Mets matchup. Obviously, a divisional game. We've seen teams go back and forth. We got Ian Anderson and Taijuan Walker on the mound for each club. I'm rolling with the first 5 under. I know everybody. I think people expect a lot more runs than for some reason. For me, both teams very average hitting the ball across the board, very average in the division, and very average against each other. I'm going to go with both pitchers to pitch relatively well, get us to the 5th. We're going to go first 5 under 4.5, and that's at -102. That's the first play that I have.
I like it. I like it. Not much to say to back that one up. Where are we going, number 2?
I'm on another under, and that's in the Minnesota-Toronto game. We got Barrios and Male. Male making his debut for a team that traded for him.
Under Sosa today.
Yeah, I think that both pitchers will pitch relatively well. Vlad Guerrero's on the longest hit streak of his career, so I mean, if you're looking for a prop, he's pretty easy. Obviously, something to throw in a parlay or something to pair with something else. But 100%, I'm on the under 8.5 at -105. I don't believe it's going to be fireworks like everyone expects. Even though Toronto's been getting hits, they haven't been scoring a ton of runs. And I don't look for the Twins to go particularly well against Barrios. If you remember the first time Barrios faced him this year, he shut him down, and he made it a point of duty to come for the team that traded him. I think I expect some level of domination from him, like the first time we saw him pitch against them.
Yep, so that's where Sosa's not afraid to go against one of the trends out there on the board today. Barrios has a 7.5 ERA on the road in his 10 starts, 8-2 to the over. He hasn't had a road start in his last 3. He's not too scared about it. And Sosa, everyone's already talking up the Dodgers. So let's get through your obligatory Dodgers part. Jerry's rocking them on the first 5, -112. And then 50 balls asking if the easiest question out there. So what you got for us today?
Oh, Jesus.
That's how you flex in your 4th and 5th starters in the timeline earlier today. So let it all out.
2 is insane. 24-2 for your 4th and 5th starters is fucking insane. Be honest.
Well, I guess your first 3 aren't that good then.
I mean, and both of them have an ERA under 3. It's absolutely ridiculous.
So your first 3 are the ones who are holding you back then.
Nah, I wouldn't say that. Bueller's been hurt, so he doesn't count. And then Clayton was hurt, and so his numbers are a little bit. They could be better than they already are, which are pretty damn good. So, you can't catch me saying anything negative. Obviously, we got the run line at plus money. It's obligatory that we bet it. Like I mentioned earlier today, they're 25-5 overall on the money line. Their last 30, 21 of those games they've covered the run line. It's the most profitable bet in baseball from a sides and totals perspective. If it's not even close. If you're getting it at plus money, you have to bet it. Plus 126 tonight against the San Diego Padres, who you saw. Listen, there's a new lineup. Depending on the quality of pitching on the other side, you do not know if they're going to be solid. Because they got guys that do strike out a lot and guys that are very free swinging. So the talent's there. It doesn't mean they're going to swing. They're not going to swing in bullshit. there is no motivation whatsoever for the Dodgers in this one. So it's a buyer beware situation, simply because San Diego could come out here and, have a little bit more motivation to win these games. I mean, they're 12 games out of the division. They're fighting tooth and nail for a playoff spot. So, the motivations might be on opposite spectrums. But again, I do expect for the Dodgers to come out and be solid. And again, it's a daily bet. We bet it every single day since the All-Star break, and it's hit every single time. So Dodgers on the run line plus 126. And I have one final over for the people today.
Ooh, I got an over as well.
Final under.
Oh, you got an under. Uh-oh. I got an over still sitting out there on the board today. So that's where I hope we're not going against each other. Give out your under, and then I'll give out my one play before we go into the footy slate.
Now I'm scared. We're going to go with the Phils Nats.
Oh, we're good. We're safe.
Under 4.5 first 5. Let me get my note. In regards to this matchup, what I'm going with this is.
Uh-oh, got to pull up his spreadsheet, Sosa.
No, you got Gray and Gibson going up against each other. Gray's been pretty solid. He's probably been the best pitcher for the Nats, which isn't saying much because they've been relatively ass for the most part all season. Everybody has been pretty terrible. But for me, I don't particularly trust the Phillies lineup, especially at the crib. And I just think I think early on you'll see a bunch of free swinging. This Nationals lineup is about as bad as it gets. It's about as bad as it gets. They lost their best player. You can't. Their best 2 hitters are gone.
At least they got Al Gore's son in the lineup now.
You don't know what to expect with them. So again, I think that Washington's going to have a hard time putting the bat on the ball, and I don't see the Phillies coming out like gangbusters and beating the shit out of anyone. So under 4.5, first 5, and that is the price is at minus 102 as well as the one for the Braves game. So those are
right.
Today. Let's.
So if you want an over on the board, you can rock with Jers, Pirates, Orioles over 8.5. My total's also sitting at over 8.5 tonight, and it's coming on a team that we have a future locked in. If you tailed us before on the post All-Star break futures, where the Cardinals at plus 180 are now tied with the Brewers for the NL Central lead. They got the Yankees coming into town, and we got Nestor on the mound. And this is a spot where I'm going to be taking the over 8.5, and I'm not worried about that. I think the Cardinals have shown that they can play the small ball and get to past Nestor, and Dakota Hudson on the mound. I expect him to get shelled decently here. You get the Yankees, who are on a little bit of a losing skid, but it's more when we're targeting the Cardinals at home here, because when they're home underdogs, they're 11-6 or 6-2 so far this season to the over, 11-6 over the past 3 seasons. And after 3 or more wins, they're 6-0 to the over. So we're taking the over 8.5 at minus 106.
Yes, sir.
You got anything on the O's game?
Cedric Mullins, total bases. I lean towards him. Santander, if he's in the lineup, and Jorge Mateo, stolen base. All 3 leans. Jorge Mateo, stolen base is going to be at like minus 330, I would guess. Let me get the number exact for you. But when he gets on base, he's going. He either gets the stolen base or gets caught. But as far as attempting to steal bases, he's right up there with everyone. Let me get you the number. I think the number on Jorge Mateo's stolen base it's actually low as shit. It's at plus 270. So the books are clearly catching on. I also like Cedric Mullins, like I said, his total bases, but I also like his stolen base line. Both him and Mateo are plus 270. I would not be shocked if they both get it, but I almost feel like it's a super guarantee that one of them do. And at plus 270, very profitable.
Instead of using the word parlay, you use the word super guarantee.
Oh, yeah. It's all about catchwords, man. She use more hashtags in the description.
Hey, it looks pretty good. We got a decent amount turned out today. Make sure to give us that like, retweet, subscribe, follow. We appreciate everyone tapping in. Those were our MLB plays for the day. We got 2 soccer plays coming up Footy Sosa might be making an appearance tomorrow. Who the hell knows? You have to tune back in tomorrow when you got the full slate going on. My shit's starting to be a little laggy, but I don't think I'm laggy at all since you guys can still hear me. When I just take a show comment, it takes like 10 seconds to show up. But we'll roll through it. Keep dropping your best bets, your likes, your leans. We already got one for the slate, and then I'll get into my two plays. The lineups just dropped for Arsenal versus Crystal Palace. We got John C., who's riding with the two-team parlay. It looks like of Arsenal versus Bayern game. I like that over 3.5. Just seems, and especially since it's sitting out there at minus 105. I don't know if it's low for a reason, but that's a lean for today. I do like it though. Can't lie.
Well, that's why we're here.
So the Arsenal seems to be getting some late steam so far in this match where they opened a little bit around plus money. Now they're sitting at minus 112. Crystal Palace has always been a solid home squad so far this season, but unfortunately their top three has been like the same season in, season out. They don't have much depth up there. If Zaha goes down or if he's not functioning at his top level, that team's sitting easily mid-table. With an Arsenal squad, we remember them last season. They were the laughing joke for the first 3 games of the season where they lost to Brentford on the Friday match. For some reason, they've gotten back-to-back Friday opening matches so far. I think it's like the same exact scenario. And you can even get Crystal Palace on the draw double chance or plus 0.5 at plus 104 at this point. That's how much steam has been coming in on this Arsenal side with Jesus up top. Probably someone who's going to be, I don't know. I don't know if Arteta might ever sub him out this season. Simple as that, because I don't know who is also going to get him the ball up top. That's their biggest question in the midfield. Maybe it's going to be Martinelli. Who the hell knows from that aspect there? It's a tough one to call, especially in the opening game. It has so much action on it since it's the debut one here, Sosa. I think we take Palace to pull out a result at plus 0.5 at plus 104. If you're going to give me that at plus money, I think we'll roll with it. I do not like the total here in this one. I think it's extremely low scoring. I almost went back to when we had our Euros. Sosa, the under one for the first half is sitting at minus 109. I don't see how we get 2 goals in the first half in this one here. I think it's a complete feel 'em out game. We got the total listed at 2.25 at juice up over or 2.25 or 2.5 at plus money. The first half under 1 at minus 109 might just be someone to bring back our good vibes from Euros, but that is also a lean out there for today.
Yes, sir.
In the words of Sosa,
I'll definitely
team start at 0, so you got to take the free
0. I will certainly be betting some games tomorrow in football. I definitely will have a couple of my own. I think primarily goal scorers, and also you guys have y'all have gotten me locked in with fantasy soccer. So
who's your captain for the fantasy Premier League?
Best of luck to everyone.
Who's your captain? Who's your captain?
Mo Salah.
Fuck, we have the same captain. I gotta change it then.
I haven't even done the lineup yet. I made that up.
Bro, it locked like an hour ago, so you can't even play. So you just lied.
No, I literally said I would sign up after the show. I texted it in the chat.
Yeah, I think Andy said it locks at 1:30. Ooh, good call, Barry. Liverpool game does start early. There's no way we'll be live before 7:30 tomorrow morning. So do you have any looks on that? You have Liverpool laying a minus 359, basically laying a minus 1.75 or 2. You have the over 3.25. Salah always shows up against Fulham. I think Fulham easily gets relegated this season. You like futures in that aspect, but
relegation
what do you like for your squad?
Relegation, eh?
Yeah.
No, I'm kind of salty, dog. I didn't know it closed.
I know. Maybe you can get in next week before it starts. I got Brendan Aronson in the lineup, though. He's on my bench, but I got him.
Damn.
Stash and store player. You don't want to give out anything in your in your Liverpool match tomorrow?
No, I don't. Kind of salty right now, man. What I will do is I do have a baseball parlay for the people. I saved it for the very end. So if you have any more football plays, which I'm sure you're going now. So
Goose drinking the Kool-Aid. If you get smart enough and just drastically kill your goalkeepers like I did, you can get both.
no.
Just drastically kill your goalkeepers and start to 2 from Leicester. That's the way that you get both of them in your lineup.
Oh, man. Before we get out of here, I want to share.
Wait, no, I got the MLS play, bruh.
Oh,
you know, want to hear an MLS play?
I asked if you had any more football plays. You said no. Well, now we're in soccer. All right, I get it. My fault. My bad.
I know. Everyone's dying.
This was my fault.
Everyone's dying for. I believe this game starts at 10:38 tonight between the Whitecaps and the Dynamo. 2 of the teams that aren't even the playoff spots. The Vancouver Whitecaps are plus 120 home favorite. The Dynamo are sitting as decent road plus 234 on their money line. I'm taking the under 2.75 at minus 113. I think it's a late night snoozer. Houston doesn't like to get involved in too many high scoring affairs. The Liverpool angle, that's a nice little over 1.5 is a little juicy because the 2.5 is sitting out there at plus 105. Just depends if you think they beat them 3-0 or if they put the foot off their brakes at 2-0. But yeah, I do think they went by 2 as well.
Yes, sir.
Other than that, so you got anything else before we wrap it up?
No, just one parlay for baseball. I'm going to say it one time. Rafael Devers to get 2 total bases. Cedric Mullins, 1 hit. Starling Marte, 1 hit. And Vladimir Guerrero, 1 hit.
I like this one.
Plus 380. Tonight it will hit.
Yeah, I'm not shaking my head in this one. I like this one.
Yesterday,
tomorrow morning.
Really screwed. Yelich got ejected and was on his way to a golden fucking sombrero. So it is what it is.
We'll probably be live some point tomorrow, maybe at 9:30. We haven't officially worked out the time yet. We got the Premier League slate, most of it kicking off at 10 a.m. So set those alarms, walk your dog early tomorrow morning, get your coffee and sportsbook loaded up, tap in with Daily Bread. We come at you live every single day for the people. We out. We didn't get